Okay, fine. Good.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just give some basic briefing about what is Power BI and this one, and then we'll try to create some Power BI report. So yeah, good morning everyone. So here we are going to discuss about the Power BI tool. Basically, Power BI is a data visualization and business intelligence tool that we use to convert data from different sources. Like it can be an SQL type data or database type or Excel or any other format to get interactive dashboards and Power BI reports. So to use this get the Power BI report, we have to download the Power BI desktop app, which is used basically to create reports. While Power BI services, basically Power BI service is nothing but a SaaS kind of software as a service thing, and which is used to publish Power BI reports. We can also get Power BI mobile app, which is used to view reports and dashboards. So this Power BI desktop, it is available in 32-bit and 64-bit version. You can download that application so that to create Power BI reports. So why we need Power BI? And there is a comparison between Power BI and SSRS. So the implementation is like Power BI is used to generate cloud-based reports as well as server-based reports, whereas SSRS is only used for generating the server-based report. And Power BI we can use from cloud to generate the reports, but it is an on-premises, like SSRS is a on-premises data generation reporting tool. And accessibility is like it can be used through web, mobile, and also desktop. You can use it to view your report, but it can SSRS can be only be viewed from web and desktop. License for Power BI, it is free for use, and SSRS, it is a paid version, so it is a paid tool. Usage, since it's a cloud-based, so it is more flexible and it is more easy to use. Becomes rich with graphical components. There are a lot of themes that you get in Power BI application that you can use for viewing your report, and SSRS is less user-friendly, basically. Power BI components, these are some of the Power BI components. So you have your Power BI desktop, which is used to create reports and data visualization for on the data set. Power BI gateway, which is used in Power BI on-premises gateway to keep your data fresh by connecting to on-premises data sources without the need to move the data. And it basically allows you to carry large data sets and benefit from the existing investment. Power BI mobile app is also there, which you can use for creating Power BI mobile app. You can stay connected from data anywhere. It is more portable. And Power BI apps are available in all operating system, Windows, OS, Android platform. Then we have Power BI service, which is also a kind of SaaS-based service, cloud service, which is used to publish Power BI reports and data visualization. Now, how can we get the data source for creating Power BI? So these are some of the data source which we can use for creating our reports. It can be a flat files type. It can be a SQL database type. We can also have data, blank query, Azure platform, online services, and also blank query we can write to create our reports. And other data sources are your big data, like Hadoop, Exchange, or Active Directory we can use to get data in Power BI desktop. So these were some of the basic details about the Power BI and Power BI components. So I will move to the Power BI application so that we can create some report. So for you creating report, you have to first download the Power BI application, and then you have to access the Power BI desktop application. So I have opened that. So once you open the Power BI desktop, you'll get something. You have to get login, and then you'll find some basic tutorials which you can refer for your help. It will give you basic idea how to create report and how to upload reports and transform the data. So that is there. So for my and this is the layout. So you can see we can In order to create reports, we can get the data. So get data from database and SQL server and text type. We can do that and we can transform the data. So these are some of the sources from where you can fetch your data and then do the transformation for creating report. So I will try to use a sample data set which is provided by this Power BI for my creating report. So this is the already given data set by the thing. So here we have options like load, transform the data, and cancel. So if you want, before loading this, if you want to do some transformation on the data files and the columns, you can do that. So I will just first go there. So you see that this is the data set that I have, and these are the some of the columns. So you can do changes over here. So like you can see some of the names. So if you want to do some changes, like suppose here it is coming in decimal form. So if you want to make it a whole number or something you want to change, here you have to go to the data type. You can see it is decimal type. You can convert to whole number. So yeah, and you have to click on replace current. So yeah, you'll get uh, in the whole number form, and then yeah, so like that you can do some changes in your column. One more is like if you want to change, this is the change in the data. If you want to change something in the column name or something, if you want to change like that, you can double click and you can do the change. So that change will be visible. So once your changes are complete, or if you want to, filter out some of the column data from here, you can do that. So like that, you'll be able to do transformation on the existing data. So once you have completed all your changes, you can do close and apply. So this will save the data. And yeah, so if you want to choose column, remove some column, these all things you can do, split the column like that. All the transformation you can do. And there is something called advanced editor. Suppose if you want to change, this is a kind of JSON file format. So if you want to do some change in the source file from where it is coming, if you want to change the file source, so this thing you can do it here and you can save. So yeah, this is the one more change that you can do and you can save that. So once you are done with all your changes and data source setting, yes, in one of the recent change, I had to change the database connection. So there you can change the source like that. Uh, like this. Similarly, you can you can browse and you can check the file path and you can do. So after doing all the transformation, you have to close and apply. So this will basically save your changes. So it has loaded my data. Now, if I want to create my report, first I will try to give a heading title to my table. So for that, I will use this text box and then try to give some like this name or something. I can give the size like this. So I have given this. Now in the right side, you can see the fields, right? So and you can see the financial. So financial is my data source. So data source name you'll get there. Once you click on that, you'll see all the column names which were present. So that one you can just drag it. So if you want, suppose if you want to get details of profit and the date. So how much was the profit done and date wise if you want the details. So you just have to drag some of the columns. So like this, you'll be able to get the report. Now, if you can also do filter on the this thing. If you want to change this, you can do that. Like if I want, suppose if I want only in date, I don't want the hierarchy. Hierarchy means year, quarter, month, date. So if you don't want that hierarchy, if you just want the date, date wise data. So this is giving me date wise data of the. So this is one transformation of your. And if you want to like suppose if you want to change this thing to line chart. So you just have to click on that. First, you have to select the data source and then you have to click on the line chart. So this will convert into line chart. So I have one transformation ready. Next is like if you want some more reports apart from this also, if you want to show some more report. So yeah, so if you want some more report, suppose if I want to show the country wise profit. So first I have shown profit based on date and then I'm showing country wise. So I will drag some more files. Region wise, if I want to show some details. So this is like it a kind of a map form. So country and then I want to show the date. Sorry, if I want to show the profit of country and like that. So I will drag the parameters. So like that, you'll be able to create a report of that. Next, if you want to change the visual of this, so there is an option you can see three buttons like that. You have to go there and you have to click on get more visual. From here, you can optimize your map how you want to change something. You can do changes from here. Like you'll get all types. So like that, you'll get some pre-built things, so you can add and you can change it. So if I want to change it, it will be able to change and so you'll get it. Next is like suppose this is one way of doing. So you just drag the parameter here and then add the. This is one way of doing. Next is you can do some of the visualizations you can create directly from here also. So suppose if I want to create a bar chart, right? So I will just click on that bar and here you can see you'll get the that thing here and you can add your parameters, drag the parameters here so that it will give you the data. So for example, if I want to get some data, like if I want to show sales, sales value, so I will put it here and then I want to show some products based on the sales I want to show on the product and segment will be the name of the thing. So I can put it here like this. So you can drag the file. So there are two ways. One is you're dragging it and putting it in the file, and one is like choosing from some of the visualizations here. So that way also, and just you have to, if you choose from here, you have to drag these parameters and keep it in this layer. So you can do all that. And if you want to take this to next page also, so suppose if I want to take it to next page, so like that also you can create, or if you want to, you know, select, like you can do cut and you can put it in next page also. Just you have to paste. So that will come in next page also. You can, it will come as a part of your chart only, basically. So yeah, so in my report, I just want to put it, put all the reports in one file only. So I will just try to put it here. Like that, you can show all the reports type directly here. So this way you can create multiple visuals. Now there is something called slicer. Slicer will help you to sorry. So in this whole report, if you want to format the data based on some parameters, so you can choose the slicer, and then this slicer you can see like fields, right? So I want to, on what parameter you want to format this appearance of this report. So I am choosing date. So based on the date, I want to show my report. So like that, and then you can drag this date. Then here also, earlier I was showing only in date form, and now I want to show the hierarchy. So hierarchy will give me all the quarterly, monthly, daily details you can show. So suppose if you want to show report in the form of quarterly and year, monthly, so just you keep it like that. So yeah, so I will get all the only the monthly reports. So like that, if you drag, see, you'll get for all the year and the month wise. Uh, you can you can show your report like this, like just like kind of an optimization. So if I select this, so you can see the graph also changes based on the selection. So my graph is changing, and similarly all the other reports which are there in the graph, it will also change. So suppose if I want to 2014, so it will give me 2014 report like that. So this way you can optimize your report, and also you can do month wise also you can do. So this is, I have done slicer, I have used the date. You can choose other parameters also, and you can format your graph like that. So I'm just keeping it. So this way you can create a report, and you can, once your report is ready, there is something, see, if you want to do some format, sometimes you may have to do some format of the appearance of this. So this, there is something called format. When you click on the format, you can adjust the legend x-axis, y-axis, and color data color like that. You can do enterprise like that. You can give the color formatting. So this will, whenever you do any change, it will come only to this particular report. So background color on off, all these things are there. A lot of things you can just explore. So these are some of the ways how you can change. And if you do this format, it will change only the particular report. But if you want to change the complete view, complete layout of this, all the reports which are there, so one way is like view. You can click on view, and you can select the theme. So this will do theme change like that. If you select, like, see, you can be able to see your report in this way also. So you can send the report in this format like this. You can show the report, I think this is. So once all your changes are ready, you just have to save it, and give the file name. So and just put it as, so the file Power BI extension, by default it is .pbix. That is the extension of Power BI reports. You can see PBIX. So once your report is ready, here if you want to change some color or something, whatever, if you want, feel like changing, you can change from here. So once a report is ready, uh, this is uh, this is this is the data report that we have. This is the data source. This is the data source that we are, based on this only we are creating the report. You can see here some of the columns like this, sales, cognizant, like that. If you want to suppose if you want to add new column, so new column you can do quick measure, mark as table like that. So if you want to do some transformation on that, you can do, and then it will be visible in your report. And this will give the logical connection. So if you are trying to connect two or more tables like that, so if you are going to bring some relationship between them. So this will give you the relationship like that. So you can just try to explore a little bit on that side also. So once your report is ready, you have to first select the sensitivity, because if you directly publish, it will give you like tell you to tell me the sensitivity, how you want the data to be present, means kind of a visibility. So I'm keeping it as general, and then I will try to publish. So these changes are ready. So now here you have to select the workspace. Like it can be your local workspace and it can be a group workspace. So if you are doing these changes in your workspace, so it will be initially your local workspace. And then we have a common Power BI display. So this is the display BI and pipeline, display BIP. This is the common workspace that we have for our team. So this has select members are there in the group. So once you publish the report to this workspace, all the members in the group will be able to visualize your report and access the data set. But if you're keeping it in your own workspace, so it will these changes will be present only in your workspace. So I'm keeping it in my workspace. So once your Power BI report is ready, right? So you'll be able to see that. So you have to click on that open that URL, and then it will show you your report. So as you can see, yeah, this is my report that I have created, and these are the parameters. So I can here also when I do this, I'll be able to see my report like that. So and here this is the extra page that I added in the desktop, right? So that's why it is coming. Yeah, so you have all your details here. You can see, you can format, and the way you want to see your report, you can see it here. Less than equal to like that. You can give some condition. Next is here sharing. So if you want to share this report to a group or an individual person, you can do it. Copy link in Teams if you want to show the way you want to show share your report, you can share it. Then there is something called edit. Edit like view. If you want, sometimes what happens, your view may not be. So if you want to view fit to width, so it will be sometimes the file will collapse and it will come. So like that, you can do the change of view, grid lines, all these things you can do, and you can be able to refresh basically. So that is there. So I am in my workspace currently. So this is showing you the report. See, so I am in my workspace. So for each of the report, there will be a data set, right? So this is the report that I have, and this is the data set. So I can, if you want to refresh the data, so you can, if it is something like periodically it is refreshing, so you can refresh. And there is something called analyze in Excel. Create, delete. If you can delete, you can rename the name also. You can rename settings. Download the PBX. Suppose if you are just seeing some of the report you want to download, so you can also download that report, and again you can use it in your Power BI report. Again, you can upload the file and you can do the transformation. Then there is something called access. So here I have access to myself. If you want to add some more users who can be able to see it, so like that, like that. If I in anyone in my group and all, I can give the details and I'll be able to add the person, and he will be able to see the access of this data. So like that, you can do the change. I'll just show you some more settings. So that is one thing. And yeah, suppose if you, okay, yeah, this is one. You can do filter from here. You can filter the data and you can see. content, and this is the content will give you the report data set and workflow like this. So you can do settings. So here you'll see something called as data source. Data set is there. If you want to connect it to some database connection, so like that, you'll be able to configure and update the data set periodically. So there is something called schedule refresh. So now it is off. If you want to refresh the, suppose if you are taking the data from database, so I'll just show you that one also, how you can create a data from database. So I'm just taking, I'll take new, something called new. So in my database, suppose I have this table, and from that I'm trying to, suppose I want this table and I want these two columns, and I want to fetch this and show the report of this database columns in my Power BI. So how will you do that? I'll just show you that also. So here you can see get data, right? So get data, in that you have to select SQL Server. Then you have to give the server name. First of all, in order to fetch the details of this, so you have to uh, give the database name, server name, and the database name you have to put there. Database name is optional, and there is, if you click on the advanced option, you'll see something called as timeout. So till what time you want that data to be fetched, you can give, and also you can manually write the query. So what on what columns you want to enter the thing. So suppose I want to here only get these two columns, right? So I will use that, and I will try to write the statement here like this, and include relationship with these things you can ignore. Just click on that include relationship and import. So import, it will do the, you can write the database name here. If you don't remember, you can, this is optional, and then you have to click on OK. I think okay. Oh, I think you have to give the database name. So okay, I have the database name. This is my database name. So here I'll put my database name, and once you have put your query, manual query also you can put and fetch the data. I'll click on OK. So as you can see, I got my same thing, right? Pipeline name and delivery system. Same thing I'm trying to get it. So you can do the transformation. If you want to add more columns, you can add here, and I'll show that also 1 minute. So it is refreshing. So here we have uh, choose columns. Yeah, transform. You can go to the transform. Okay, and then if you want to pivot column is there. So like that, you'll be able to yeah, here. So you can see index column. So if you want to add some index in your column, suppose I want to show with the help of some index, so you can do that. You can click on that, and you can be able to uh, make the change. So if you want to remove, you can remove the column also. Similarly, there is something called duplicate. You can duplicate the column. Conditional column is there. So you want to evaluate something. If you want to add data based on something, if you write some logic, and based on that, if you want to uh, add it. So I'm trying to add pipeline name. I'm giving condition like if pipeline name equals to suppose this one. So yeah, I'll just access. I don't take directly, it will not take. So suppose here I want to give the condition like it will based on my pipeline name. When I select the pipeline this thing, I want to instead whenever I get this value, I will substitute that value with APN, something like this. Else also I'll give something, some true or false like that. I'll give it. Okay, no, fine, no problem. I'll click on OK. So as you can see, so whenever others it will show null, and if when we get mediation daily something, so this is come to call as adding the extra column on based on some conditions. So this thing you can remove from your data source. Index is there, so index also you can remove. So that is there, and one more is thing is custom column. So custom column, what it will do, suppose there will be some cases in your uh, data set where you have to multiply a product of, suppose if it's a sales report, so data and unit and the price. So if you suppose that is the case, so if you want to multiply that, so you'll get the column name. So you have to first extract the column name. Yeah, double click on that, and then I think it is something like this only. You have to check the exact formula. I don't remember. So like that, if you do, you'll be, or if you can select from here, click on this and insert, right? So like that, it will come. So once you click on that, now it is error because the logic is not correct, but you can do that transformation. You can see the formula on in internet and you can do that. So once your file is ready, you can click on close and apply. So these changes will be applied. Okay. Creating model. So now it is creating model of that. So your data source is ready. You can see these are the two delivery systems. Now, if I want to show this in pie chart form, I have to first select the data. Okay, so I will add the delivery system here. Since legend name is the column name, so value, if you don't give value, it will not come. So okay, like that you can try to give the pipeline name and details. So you saw, right? So something like this. So you'll get your column names, and earlier also I showed you like how you can add the, if you want to add some title to this, you can give some like this. You can, so this is basic how you'll do the, how you'll show your report in your uh, the process is same. Once your report is ready, once your report is ready, and all the things I have, as I have shown you, you can refresh, and then once it is model is created, everything is correct. See, I'm showing it like this. You select the thing general, and basic thing is finally you just have to publish the details like that. So you have to give the file name, and you'll be able to get the file data. This is ready. I'm trying to use the same workspace, my workspace, where I'll put my this file. So there are other many tools inside the Power BI which you can explore. So like that, you'll be able to like as you can see. So this is my report. Now you can do all the things. You can do sharing and all the things. So you can do that. Now one more thing, I'll just talk a little bit about the settings. Here, since we are using the our display BI pipeline, right? So yeah. So in order to check access, whether you have access or not to that display BI, so you can see three dots. You can go here. You can click on the members. If you want to add some new member, or if you want to access and see who is the owner and of this particular data set and the cluster, you can go there. I think it will open. So this is the display BI, and this is the common cluster we have. Any important release, if you want to do, you will do it here. Uh, so you can see the members. So members, you can say the owner, only owner will have privilege to give access to other members. So anyone can add the member, but access will be granted only by the owner. So only owner can add the member. So now we have Bala, Arun. So these members will be able to access the data set, and they can perform changes and all that, because it's in, and they can be able to publish, but other members will not be able to access the data set. Only they can see the report. S- and if they're outside that, they'll not be able. So if you want to add a member, you have to click on add member. You can add a group, or like suppose we have the display pipeline vendor team, so you can add or you can add individual members here like that. So once member is added, this request will be sent to the owner, and once the owner approves, that will the member will be added in the group. So this is how you can uh, check the owner details. And there are other details also. You can see members, calendar will give you the list of all the activities which is done, conversation, view, workspace, and all that things you can see. You can also see the file. So these settings you'll get in the workspace, and my workspace is your local workspace where you are uploading the files, and also it will come like that. Sometimes once you have to, if your data set is a database type, right? So I have given, so you can click on the refresh button, so it will do automatic refresh of that. And if 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 you need to do, see, now it is connected to here, uh sensitive parameters like that, parameters details. Main thing is schedule refresh. So uh schedule refresh, now it is deactivated. Why? Because recent changes are like all are connected to Azure services, so Azure will automatic do uh, all the refreshing, and we don't have to add separate data source and data. So that's why these changes are disabled. So, and then you can see the refresh history. When you click on refresh history, it will give you the all the refresh details, when the it was last refreshed, and if it is failing, it will give you the reason why it has failed. So these are some of the things that you can see. 1 minute, I'll just show you last one more thing. So I have added all the reports here. As you can see automatically it will refresh the once data is available. You don't have to refresh. You can see the latest reports are present here. So i- if you want, sometimes if you see that the file is getting too clumsy, so you can go to view and fit to it, view to fit to page like that. So you can do all the adjustment, automatic adjustment from here, and you can save. So that is one thing. You can do all your data sets. As you can see, all your data sets are here. If you want to do more transformation on data, you can do, and those changes will be visible in the file. So yeah, these were some of the Power BI tools and how you can use the Power BI. Yeah, anything you want to ask?
Uh, Manish, thanks, Manish. Can you ping that URL in that group? Let's check who all has access, who all does not have access.
Yeah,
That is
okay.
one thing. Second thing is like, can you show me the reference history for that our production pipeline? Can you show that where it is deployed, that path? Then can we deploy instead? This is I don't know. This is BA team is using this workspace or something, correct? Can we create new workspace and give the access something? Manohar,
Yeah.
you have any idea? Like, can we create workspace?
No, this part I still haven't checked around. Even I'm getting to know only now.
So yeah, workspace you can create and you can add the members, and then one will be the owner, like an admin, and other will be the members in the group. So owner can add the members there. Once you publish the file, right? That time
Mhm.
only you can. This time only you can have give the uh, common workspace. I'm not sure. I think that has to be done from the owner side. Somebody has to create the who has the access will have to create a common cluster. There you can publish all your report.
Mhm. Okay.
And regarding the refresh, I'll just show you. So this was the old data set that we were using, and this is the latest one which I have uploaded here. You can see the refresh history. No, it is not showing. Now, since because this is already connected to the Azure, I think it is off. It will automatically refresh. So data source, right? Data source credentials. So we are using this database Windows Net. So and you
Okay.
can,
Is it has latest data? Let me.
yeah, it is having, I think, yesterday's the latest data only. Few days back, it was not getting refreshed. So I thought to check the thing, but I can see.
Now it is latest. I'm not able to see the date. 1 minute.
Uh it's not showing the latest date. I need to check once again. 1 minute. That's it.
July 10, July 11. It is showing till July 11 data.
Yeah,
Correct?
it is refreshing. Once
No.
July 11.
Yes. Yeah, it is showing July 11. Why it is like now July 15, correct? Like, why it is not happening automatically?
I need to check that. I think if it is not refreshing, we can do manual refresh. If still there is no change, maybe there is some issue with connection. I'll just check that on demand. So now we have given the today's
It's
it
in
is in progress.
progress.
Yeah. So I have done automatic refresh. So it is, if it is succeeded, it will give you. If it will fail, it will give failure.
It is now you have manually refresh, correct? It's not automatic, correct?
Yeah. No, it means
How?
it will automatically refresh. It is supposed to refresh automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why it happened. This is the
Okay. Connection where we enable that automatic refresh.
console user. Console user. Uh, that yeah, that one you are saying. So that is coming in a schedule refresh. So here, if when you go to the data set, you have to click
That is
on.
old one, correct? Like new one where we have
Yeah,
enabled.
this is the new one,
Uh,
and here you can see schedule refresh. So it is off. If you make it on, then you have to, and if you apply,
okay.
so now it will do all schedule refresh. Actually, it was off. That's why it didn't.
Come down. How often you are enabling? Like
So
daily, yeah?
daily. So we have option
Daily.
daily and weekly.
Oh, we cannot enable hourly, yeah? Okay.
So
Okay,
they,
fine.
it will refresh on the UTC time. It will update.
Okay. Fine. It should refresh, correct?
Yeah,
Daily.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
up. This is the latest one, correct?
Yeah, this is the V2. This is the latest one. This is the previous one.
Okay.
Next
Okay.
refresh, you can see here. Refresh is in progress. Next refresh,
Friday
you
morning.
can see the refresh history. It is in close. Next refresh is tomorrow.
Okay. Can you monitor tomorrow and let me know if it is happening or not?
Yeah, okay. I'll check it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Ping me that URL. Let's see everyone can access or not. If not, just try it like how we can create a new workspace or something. Or let's check with Vasant tomorrow. Like, can we add member here or how it is? Okay.
Yeah, so for this workspace, I think like
Earlier
our,
we able to access no Manish. Earlier, how we able to access everyone?
like only those who are the members of the group. 1 minute.
I don't. Can you ping it in that group like a new URL? Bala, are you there? Can you try to access?
Yeah, I'm pinging in the group.
Jasmine is there in that group. Bala, I saw that. Manogar, you also check it.
Okay.
Please check everyone. If you tell me if you don't have access, we'll see how.
So right now, what I'm saying is members are Arun Bala, me. So these members, I think they will be able to.
Manogar is there, correct?
Manohar is there,
Vimal is there.
Bala and Arun. So I think they can be able to access.
Sorry.
I am able to access.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Bala is there. Bala.
can you check with Bala?
Yeah, sir. I am able to access, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Fine.
am not able to access.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
mm.
those who are not present in the group, they'll not be able to access.
Okay.
Manish, it is asking for request access. So once if I ask for request, it will go to that honor level, huh?
Yeah, I think
Like Rohit.
And don't do that as of now. We'll check it how we can create new workspace or
so
we can request.
yeah, I think we can create new workspace where we can add only the limited members.
Explore Manish, like how we can create.
One more is like we can add the display pipeline vendor team. So
That's what we'll check with Vasant this one. After that we'll do. Before that, can you create new workspace? Then try to deploy there. We can share that workplace with our group or something.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, Manish. Yeah. Thanks.
yeah, that's it.
Anyone has any other question? Okay, man. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, thanks, Manish. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.